Vibes of Cosmos, book number 2, page 80 and 81. Phenomenon daylight. How does day happen? Daylight. Simple daylight. Daylight in the sky on the earth. We see it every day, day and night, right? Look at this. How so beautiful. The movement of the sun, which is an electromagnetic energy source imprinted by the black sun energy, electromagnetic on the sky. And the sun moves in an analemma form, and it goes further away from you, and then it comes closer to you, and that's perspective, the law of perspective, and of course the interaction of the electromagnetic energy with the gases, which we'll read right now here. But first, look at this, so beautiful. Look at this. As the sun goes away in the sunset, dark, and when the sun comes close to you, light. Now let's see how that happens as daylight. I mean, it's bigger. Look at the colors in the sky. Pay close attention. This is pure natural reality of the real world and science in the reality of the real world. The ionosphere is the upper portion of the atmosphere. Let's make this bigger. So the ionosphere is the upper portion of the atmosphere. Do you see the colors here? Going all the colors, and then it goes to blue, and then all pitch black dark. Now, there, in the ionosphere, there are the inert or noble gases. We all know that, we studied in school, that are separated on layers according to their molecular mass. Density. Density. The sun happens above these layers of gases in the ionosphere, and the sun is the pilot light, which is the electromagnetic field. The electromagnetic field curves. That's where NASA gets the curvature from. And due to this light, because light is electromagnetic, there are shadows. It gives direct light. It gives direct electromagnetism. The sun creates and also moves a curved electromagnetic field. Curved. It's the electromagnetic field that curves, not the water, not the land. So the sun creates this electromagnetic curved field around it that makes all the inert or noble gases below in the ionosphere around the sun to react by being ionized, giving fluorescence. The gases, which are always present, they get ionized by the sun, by the electromagnetic energy that comes from the sun. And you have this process of ionization. Gases are ionized, and that's how the fluorescence appears. And that is daylight. This effect of the fluorescence of the gases being ionized by the source of light, by the source of electromagnetic power of the sun, which is created by the focused electromagnetic energy of the black sun that comes from Hyperborea, from the North Pole, which is the magnetic pole that shifts and moves all the time. And this is daylight. It happens in the ionosphere, which is the upper portion of the atmosphere, and it's called plasma light. You can call it light, or you can call it plasma light. It is a circle moving fluorescent molecules, light umbrellas over level Earth, made by ionized inert. I mean, you can read that, but it's just pretty much, it's the result of the noble gases being ionized. And that's how you have daylight. Daylight is gas discharged light in a huge scale. That's why the world, like Nikola Tesla said, is an enclosed system, because gases need to be enclosed. We are in an enclosed system. That's why we have the gases, and because of the electromagnetic interaction with the gases, we have daylight. Daylight is the gases ionized, discharged in the sky. When the sun goes away, the sun moves in analemma, it goes away from us, the temperature and the pressure are getting very low, and the gases are discharged. When the sun comes, it approaches where you live, the electromagnetic field ionizes the inert gases, the noble gases, and we have daylight because the gases get ionized, they get charged, and we have daylight. If something curves, it is not the earth. It's not water, it's daylight. Daylight and electromagnetism curves because it happens due to the pilot moving electromagnetic field that the sun creates. We have the noble gases, as you know. Here are the helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and hydrogen. And these gases are the gases of the ionosphere, and they are on layers, like I said, according to their density. There is no such thing as gravity. Gravity is a theory. Everybody knows everything is density. If you have a bigger density, you fall, and if you have a lighter density, you float or you go up. Like some of the gases, they go up. They don't float, they go up. So that's why they rise in the sky, because their density is lighter than the density of air. Now, these gases are the gases of the ionosphere, and they are on layers, every one in a different layer, each one in a different layer. The heavier gases down and the lighter gases up. Now, if you're heavy, it's because your density is bigger than the environment you're in, like the air. And that's why, for example, in water, if the water has lots of salt, we float, because the density of the water with lots of salt is higher than the density of our bodies. We will float. And if the density of the water, that's why in sweet water, like in a lake, if you don't swim, you sink, because the density of your body is higher than the density of the medium you're in. So you need more salt in water to make the density higher. Everything is density and volume and density and density, and that's I love that word, density. Density. What else? Yes. A moving light umbrella is the daylight, called plasma. We can see every color from the ionized gases in the sky. Why? Because each one of these gases, which are the noble gases, it gives a different color when it's charged, when it's ionized. The electromagnetic force in its interaction of ionization with these gases give a different color for each gas according to their density layer. And according to their interaction, that's why we have all these different beautiful colors in the sky. It's all the gases that interact differently, and the result are the different colors. Look at this. Every blue from ionized argon, krypton, hydrogen is the blue color of the sky. So the blue color is because of the ionization of the three noble gases, argon, krypton, and hydrogen. Very, very abundant. And every yellow-orange, everything in between of yellow and orange and reddish, from the ionized neon is the color before sunrise or after sunset. And I've seen it yesterday as well in sunset, and when I got up in the morning early, sometimes I see in the sunrise, the neon interacts with the electromagnetic force, and we have everything of yellow and orange. Neon reacts from long distance with the less electromagnetic energy. That's why we have this yellow, orange, reddish in the sunset and the sunrise, because at sunset and sunrise, the sun is very far away from where you live. That's why it's sunset and sunrise. And because neon reacts from long distance, so the electromagnetic energy comes from a long distance, that's why we have the reddish colors at sunrise and sunset. Once the sun is fully on top of the place where you live, like in midday and stuff we have the blue, because that's when the other gases like argon, krypton, and hydrogen react when the sun is in the sky, and the electromagnetic energy force field is very close to where you live. So this is the difference why the gases are always present. It's just that neon reacts with long distance electromagnetic field or like wave. Everything is physics, everything is science, everything is the reality of the real world. And it's thanks to Vibes of Cosmos that my mind has totally been opened. If not for Vibes of Cosmos, I would be an ignorant man. That's the truth. And I love the fact that my brain and my capacity is way higher and more intellectual thanks to these books. And I get nothing for doing this. I just do it because out of pure appreciation and respect and love for the information and for the knowledge. And I love knowledge, and I love being an intellectual, and I love the reality of the real world. And that's what Vibes of Cosmos books are explaining. He's got now 7 books, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, and other maps. See you in the next video.